So I wanted to give you some suggestions that might help your student during the homeschooling time. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Anthony Bryant, and I have taught language arts for close to 10 years. And I also have a seventh grader who is here, Steele. And so I have a couple hints that will maybe help some of you, maybe with younger kids, maybe middle school, maybe a little younger, and who knows, maybe high school as well. So these are some ideas that might help your student with writing, or might help you help them with their writing. So what I always had all my students do all the time was had them read their work out loud. So if you are at home with your student and they're writing even short answers, maybe they're writing a paper or a paragraph or anything, have them read what they wrote out loud while you follow along. Tell them to read it exactly as it is on the paper or the computer or wherever they have it. And here's what you're looking for as you follow along. Look for awkward pauses. Usually that awkward pauses is where the student is trying to fix something in their head. And they might not notice it if they were reading silently, but that awkward pause, it could be a word that's missing or possibly incorrect. If they don't fix it, ask them why they paused. Usually they will know. And then if they tell you what it should have read, then have them write it exactly that way. Here's an example. Here's a sentence that I might get from a student who's writing about basketball. One thing I need improve is my ball handling. And I would say, well, so why did you pause after the word need? Well, because I have to word, it should have been one thing I need to improve. Oh, well, add the word to, and then read it again. So the student adds it. One thing I need to improve is my ball handling. So how does that sound to you? It sounds good. And students would always tell me that they were bad writers. Well, so I would always try to have them read something out loud to me. And when they would find a mistake, like that would almost confirm in their mind, like, oh, look, I'm a bad writer. Well, that happens to everybody. That's just part of editing. So if they can fix it on their own, and they know where they had awkward, pauses, and they fix it, well, you didn't write it for them. They wrote it themselves. Pauses also help with punctuation. If your student pauses during a sentence, but you, as you're reading along, don't see any punctuation, ask them why they paused. Chances are their sentence needs something there. Maybe a comma, maybe a period. So you have them read, you hear the pause. You are sure there's supposed to be something there. Ask them why, and usually they will know. Oh yeah, I guess I should have had a comma, or I should have had a period there. Here's an example. Another sentence I might have read. I feel like my seventh grade basketball season was a very successful year. We won 9 games and lost only 1. Well, I would say, why did you pause after the word year? And, usually I'd say, okay, so look at that again, because it seemed like you paused. I feel like my 7th grade basketball season was a very successful year. We won 9 games and lost only 1. Oh, I need to add a period there. And if your student, if they don't know, well, that's a good time to learn. Like, hey, do you see that pause? Do you see how there's 2 different ideas in that one sentence that you read? Let's add a period there. Then let's try it again. I feel like my 7th grade basketball season was a very successful year, period. We won 9 games and lost only 1. How does that sound? Good. okay, your sentence is fixed. So is that stuff going to fix all of your writing problems? No. I mean, there's more to it at times, but one, have them read their work out loud. A lot of times they will solve their own issues by reading it out loud. If you have the time, try to follow along as they're reading out loud. You might spot some things where, hey, they missed it, but you can give them a hint. And people are not bad writers. So tell them this. Hey, if it sounds good to you, it probably is good. Okay? If they can read it out loud and it sounds fine, it probably is. All right, good luck.